having no longer can qualify directly for the Women's World Cup later this year, West Indies must win this series against Bangladesh to avoid New Zealand in the qualifying round. After winning the toss, they asked Bangladesh to bat first and they restrict them to 198 for 9 in their 50 overs. West Indies, after 4 deliveries in their reply, are none for none with Ailey Matthews and Quiana Joseph opening the innings. Hello everyone, welcome to the #1 cricket channel in the Caribbean. I thank you for being here and I appreciate your company and I look forward to your interaction as we take West Indies women home. For a moment there just now, I almost said the #1 cricket channel in the world. Maybe that is not too far off, as West Indies are none for none after 5 deliveries. So, having restricted Bangladesh to 198, West Indies need 199 to win this match. So, Marufa is the bowler. The seam bowler from Bangladesh. She have bowled 5 overs, bowling the channel so far to Ailey Matthews, getting the ball to do a little. We are coming to you live from, this match is coming to you live from Warner Park in St. Kitts. Marufa bowls to Matthews, who played this away, wide of the mid-on fielder, and West Indies are up and running, 1 without loss after 1 over. So the West Indies playing 11 for this match. And I noticed that Chanel Henry has been dropped from the squad. Well, I shouldn't say dropped from the squad. Chanel Henry is not in the squad, and we probably need a release from Cricket West Indies to tell us why she's not in the squad. Someone told me that she have been seen in Jamaica. She have been seen at Sobhana Park in Jamaica. And so Janaba Joseph have been included in the squad. So there's the West Indies playing 11. The 4 persons that are not playing, you will see a strike through their name. So Matthews, Cambria, Lane, Dottin, Fletcher, Fraser, Gajnavi, Glasgow, Joseph, Mangrew, and Ramarak. Those are the ladies making up the West Indies playing 11. I must say that I was very impressed with Sherian Fraser. I think her 5 overs went for 16 runs, and you would recall that when this squad was named, I said that I would not have included Sherian Fraser in the squad. So I was very happy to see her bowling her 5 overs for 16 runs. I am pleased with the improvement that she have made. She clearly, if you see Sherian Fraser bowling today, and the Sherian Fraser that you saw, the last time we saw her was when? In the women's CPL, you would see a big difference between the player. You would have wondered. And after 1 month in Australia, if you can make that improvement, what I hear would do in Australia. So that's the West Indies playing 11, and I'm very pleased with the effort of Sherian Fraser. Glasgow wasn't as good. She was also in Australia, but Sherian Fraser was good. And that is why I don't know anything about cricket, because I said that I would have played Glasgow. Well, I would definitely play Glasgow more for batting based on what I saw in the women's CPL. But she never bowled as well as Sherian Fraser today. But I was very, very impressed with the way Sherian Fraser bowled. 2 without loss West Indies after 1.3 overs. Both runs have been scored by Ailey Matthews. So Quiana Joseph, for the first time in the match, she'll take strike. And Sultana, the right arm off spinner, she's going round the wicket to Quiana Joseph. And this could be some fireworks here now. And this is going to be another trial by spin. It's a round the wicket, bowls to Joseph, and she's forward, played it out into the onside, and they'll get an easy single as that ball goes down to long on, and they come through for the single. 3 without loss after 1.4 overs. And earlier today, speaking about Quiana Joseph, you can see the effort, and she looks slimmer, hasn't she? She made some big effort in the field, and I remember one particular save that she made at short cover where everybody everyone run over to her because she was quick on her feet and she dived full stretch along the ground to her left to stop the ball and then sending the return at the bowler's end and prevent any run at all. And it was very good. As Matthews tucked this one into the onside, one more for the West Indies, 4 without loss after 1.5 overs. I think the West Indies feeling was much improved today. The ball to Joseph, she covers up and played it down back the half side of the pitch. So after 2 overs, West Indies 4 without loss. I think the feeling was much improved today. And I guess show like this, well, probably I am the only one who really follow the women cricket, and it's all about accountability, because when I call out these things, they realize that persons are watching and know that they are doing foolishness. And so you clearly could see that some work was put into the fielding. There was one bad miss in particular, and it was Janella Glasgow on the boundary. The ball bounced straight to her and she allows it to go through, and they got 4. But apart from that, I can't remember anything else. Marky, I think I fell asleep after about 10 or 12 overs because I never knew it would be so draining to get up in the 1 o'clock to do a watch along for 2.5 hours. It was really draining, and that's why there was no takedown today. I just could not manage as Murafa bowled to Matthews, who stand up tall and played it to cover. But what we'll do the takedown early tomorrow morning, probably about 7:35 tomorrow morning. Maybe being on a Monday, it will probably be only me alone. So today we are really supporting the ladies. I'm not going to be reacting to the West Indies test match during this live watch along, so I'm not going to be reacting to it. I will really be concentrating on this match because tomorrow morning, that's what I will be doing during the takedown. I'll be reacting to the West Indies test match that was played earlier today. So there's no reaction to those performances in this live show. This is really about the West Indies women team. So let us support the West Indies women team. 4 without loss after 2.2 overs. West Indies batting, looking to get 199 to win. And as I said, we need to win this series to possibly avoid New Zealand in the qualifiers. We can no longer directly qualify for the World Cup. We have to play the qualifiers. And New Zealand are in 6th position. That's the final automatic qualifying spot. Bangladesh are only 2 points behind them. So Bangladesh is only 2 points behind them. So if West Indies win the series 2-1, both Bangladesh and New Zealand will be on 21 points, and then there will be a tiebreaker. So it's very important that West Indies win the series 3-0 to avoid New Zealand in the playoff, because clearly the playoff will be only 2 spots. There will be 6 teams competing for the 2 spots in the playoff, and if you have New Zealand in it, there is no room for error if New Zealand is included in the playoff. They are the T20 champion, and you expect that they will do well. So Matthews on 3, Joseph on 1, Murafa, right arm medium pace over the wicket, bowls outside the half stump to Matthews, and she slashed this away through the offside down to the cover boundary for 4. She moves up to 7. West Indies 8 without loss after 2.5. Matthews there just getting the width that she's looking for, and she slapped it down to the cover boundary for 4. So well played there, Matthews. So West Indies 8 without loss. I'm coming to your comment, and remember, I'm not. This is not a show where I'm going to take any comment, read a match that played earlier today. I will do so tomorrow morning. It's the women time. Let's give the women credit. Over the wicket, bowls to Matthews as that one comes back into her. But the West Indies captain is on her front foot and stroke it back down the offside of the pitch. The bowler off-stopped it with her shoes, mid-on, cover, backs up, and there's no run. After 3 overs, West Indies 8 without loss, looking to get 199 to win. There's also a poll in the live chat where the West Indies women team was in India over the Christmas holiday, and we lost that series 3-0. And I was wondering if they had their spouse with them, or if they have a child, if they have the child with them, would that have made a difference? Would that have made them more comfortable, more relaxed? It's the first time ever a West Indies women team was touring at Christmas. So the bowler is coming off the field. Apparently, that ball that Matthews stroked back to her hit her on the foot, and she needs some work. So Sultana bowled down the leg side to Quiana Joseph. Wide signal. Jacqueline Williams, the senior female umpire in the Caribbean, signal wide, 9 without loss. I think she's better than some of the men, definitely. Sultana over the wicket, bowls to Joseph off the back foot, and she strokes this down to extra cover, no run. So there's a slip, backward point, cover, extra cover, and the mid-off. Those are the 5 I'm seeing on the offside for Quiana Joseph. A slip, backward point, cover, extra cover, and the mid-off. Bowls to Joseph, down the leg side, turn away, down through fine leg. It running out towards the boundary. The fielder from backward square leg gave chase. She caught up with it now, sends the return in, and they come back for 2. West Indies 11 without loss after 3.2. So 11 without loss after 3.2. Good afternoon, Merrick. How are you doing, man? Respect to you, Merrick. Sheldon, good afternoon to you. Respect to you, Sheldon. Shirley, good afternoon. Respect to you, Shirley. Happy to have you here. Yes, Sheldon is saying, come on, ladies, we need to pick up after this morning. Oh, that's a very good point that you're making there, Sheldon. Absolutely, we need to pick up, and we hope that the ladies, once again, we are depending on the ladies to bring us some joy. Because the under 19 girls lost by 9 wickets. The men lost by 127 runs. Manchester United lost. So it's a day of losing for me. I lost my sleep. So I wasn't able to do the takedown. I'll have to put it off to a morning. Sultana bowls to Matthews, and Matthews off the back foot, force it away through the covers, down to the boundary for 4. You can't bowl to Matthews without a field on the cover boundary. Everyone knows that. Clearly, they have not done their own work. 16 without loss, West Indies, after 3.4. So Matthews just going deep in her crease and slapping it away through the covers, forward of point, down to the boundary for 4. So we are the 2 deep fielders for Matthews. I would really like to see a wide area of the field to see where those 2 fielders are. Let's watch Sultana comes in over the wicket, bowls to Matthews again off the back foot. The field that cover misfield. Then they're gone for 1. Will they come back for 2? Can Quiana Joseph make it? No. She doesn't trust herself. 1 more to the total. 17 without loss after 3.5. Yes, you have to have a field on the cover boundary for Matthews. I just think so. You know, she played the ball so well through the covers. So let's watch the field. There's a slip. There's a slip in place. Sultana round the wicket, bowls to Joseph, who drives back to the bowler, who field in her follow through, and there's no run. 17 without loss after 4 overs. Yes, Sheldon Smith. Yes, I really hope that the ladies come to the party, because as I said, West Indies under 19 loss, the senior men team lost, Manchester United lost. I lost my sleep and couldn't get to do the takedown today. It was very draining. I mean, I set up the show and everything. You would have seen that the show was set up. And I did the background work, the video clips and all of those things, and the interviews and so on. But I just couldn't manage it, so I have to readjust it. I think I set it for 7:35 tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning we'll talk about West Indies men team. So let's watch Marufa. She's coming into Matthews, who's on 12. Bowl to Matthews, down the leg side, turn away, through square leg. Jacqueline Williams just spreading the legs and allow it to go through the legs down to the field of the square leg boundary for 1 more. 18 without loss after 4.1. Cherian Fraser fielding was good also, and she looks fit. But thank you, Michael Douglas. I'm very happy for that. Yes, but she really bowled well, very, very well. And as I said, I think her 5 overs went for 16 runs. She did bowl very, very well. I was impressed with the way she bowled. 5 overs, no maiden, none for 16. Very, very well. Glasgow bowled 2 overs for 9 runs, and she never quite looked the path. But as I said, I see Glasgow developing into a batswoman who can bowl. Remember the Under-19 World Cup in 2023, Glasgow opened the bowling for the West Indies Under-19 team then. And they're two good-looking fast bowlers I saw this morning and on the West Indies team. The batting doesn't look that impressive. Over the wicket, bowls to Joseph, who turned this away into the mid-wicket region for a single 19 without loss after 4.2. Yes, there were two good little seam I saw for the West Indies this morning, especially Ross, the left arm. The left arm as a tall, gangly, lanky fast bowler could develop, put on some weight, strengthen, build out, and then she could be a handful. I like the look of her. 19 without loss, West Indies. Matthews on 13, Joseph on 5. 4.2 overs have been bowled. So thank you for that. Let's go, ladies, said the champion. Thank you, champion. Yes, let's go. Lovely delivery as it comes back into Matthews. He push forward, beat the inside edge, challenge the off stump, through to the keeper. No damage done. 19 without loss. Yes, Michael, let's go, ladies. Mangaroof, big up yourself. Good morning. Well, maybe because I just wake up, I'm saying good morning, Mangaroof. You'll understand. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon in Jamaica. Good evening in the Eastern Caribbean. Wherever you may are. Greetings to you. Bowls to Matthews on her pad. Work down to long leg for a single. One more to the total. 20 without loss after 4.4. Matthews move up to 14. Joseph comes into strike. She's on 5. Marufa, 2.4 overs. None for 8 at this stage. So Lansley Blake, yes, Mangaroof, thank you for that. So Mangaroof is saying yes. Please remember to hit the like button. Yes, so slash a like on that, slash a like on the video. Yes, let's see if we can get up to 100 likes this afternoon. Very important. So West Indies 20 without loss. Maroof bowl to Quiana Joseph, flashes outside the half stump, misses, goes through to the keeper, no run. Rowan Perry, good evening to you. Good evening to you too, Rowan Perry. Nice to have you here. Philip Kane, yes, good evening to you. All is well, man. All is well. I appreciate you being here. Karen Fritz, Jamor Small, is Jamor Small at the ground? I hope Jamor Small is at the ground and we can get some images. Marufa over the wicket, bowls to Quiana Joseph, who strokes this down to the field at mid-off, and there is no run at the end of over number 5. Good evening to you, Karen Fritz. Happy to have you here. Can we ask Miss Matthews if she's up to opening for the senior team? That's the men team. Lol, just playing. Yeah, man, she. Unless it's Jason Older opening for the other team. St. Kitts, they are playing in St. Kitts at Warner Park. The champion, that's where they are playing. Are you nearby? You should go down and watch. You should go down and watch the champion. Are you nearby? Sanjida, I think Sanjida is an off spin also. Let's wait and see what she's bowling. But there are a number of spinners in this Bangladeshi team. A number of spinners. Yes, so left arm spinner, Sanjida. She's going to bowl to Ailey Matthews. Don't see any fielders inside. There's a fielder on the deep mid-wicket boundary. Round the wicket, she comes, bowls to Matthews. After back foot, she cuts it and beat the backward point down to the boundary for 4. So there are 4 fielders on the edge of the circle. Backward point, cover, extra cover, and the mid-off. And that was short outside the half stump, and Matthews just opened up the body and cut it away past the backward point to her right and to the left of cover down to the boundary. So there's also a backward square leg. So let's look at the field now. Short third man, backward point, cover, extra cover, and a long off, a deep mid wicket on the boundary. Sanjay bowls to Matthews and she slapped this again through the covers down to the boundary for 4. Oh, lovely here from Matthews. 28 without loss. As I said, you can't bowl to Matthews without someone on the cover boundary. You just can't. In fact, you probably need a long off and a cover and bowl wide outside the half stump to her. You just can't. So, Matthews, good from Matthews though. Happy to see that. As 22, she is on. Joseph is on 5. As Sanjida, the left arm orthodox spinner. Round the wicket, bowls to Ellie Matthews, tight onto their stump. She played it to the field, that extra cover, who moves smoothly to her right, stopped it from passing her, and didn't go down to long off. So 28 without loss after 5.3 overs. Sajida, round the wicket. Bowls to Matthews, and Matthews on the front foot, played it to the fielder at extra cover again, and there's no run. So short third man, backward point, cover, extra cover, long off, short fine leg, backward square leg, a deep mid wicket. Assume there's also a mid arm. Comes in now, bowls to Matthews, and she drives again magnificently through the covers, down to the boundary for 4. The third boundary coming in the over. Class is class, and class is reaching Sanjida at this stage. West Indies 32 without loss after 5.5. Matthews move up to 26. So this is a treat. I hope the people in St. Kitts would have gone down to watch this match and really look at West Indies winning a match. After all, we won the one-day international series 3-0. So let's watch the field now. So no changes. So they have put back the cover on the boundary and bring up the mid-off. Comes in now, bowls to Matthews, short again. She cuts it away, beat backward point down to the boundary for 4 more. And although the cover fielder was on the boundary, she didn't have a chance because Matthews delayed the shot just that little longer and played it away between the short third man and the backward point down to the boundary for 4 more. So West Indies rollicking along. Matthews move up to 30 at the end of the over. So Karen Fritz, greetings Jermaine. Matt Morgan, hello Sir Brown. Thank you for being here, Matt Morgan. Yeah, I appreciate it. I enjoy bringing it to you. I really appreciate it and enjoy bringing it to you. I'm watching it on one of my apps, Jermaine Miller. I'm watching. You could search through the channel. It's probably on Sportsmax or somewhere there. So, bro, man, we don't usually like say those things before it happen, you know. So I'm not going to read your comment because generally we don't really like to say those things before it happen. When it happened, we will have lots of time to say the necessary things. Marufa to Joseph, who plays this to the field at cover, and there is no run. 36 without loss after 6.1. So there's a slip in place for Quiana Joseph, who looks to be timing her charge. Apparently she hasn't got the width that she needed as yet. So a slip, backward point and a cover, and then there's a short fine leg. So she round over the wicket, bowls to Quiana Joseph, up and over, down to the fielder, 1 bounce on the third man boundary for a single. The score moves up to 37 without loss. So the field placing here now for Matthews is going to be very, very, very interesting. I would love to see the field placing for Matthews. She's on 30. We are not seeing the field placing. I know there's a mid-off in place. I assume there's a ring on the offside. Maroof over the wicket, bowls to Matthews. That one comes back into her. She played it to the field at mid-on. They go through for a quick single. The bowler backed up in her follow-through. 1 more to the total. 38 without loss after 6.3. Matthews on 31. Joseph on 6. So I can tell you the field for Joseph because there's a slip at third man, a backward point, a cover, extra cover mid-off. There's also a fielder at short fine leg, a mid-on and a mid-wicket. Over the wicket, bowls to Joseph on the pad, turn it away into the onside. Good to see Joseph going through for a quick single. Doesn't she look very slim? Well, she's not slim, but for Joseph, isn't she looking very slim? Is it clear that she's doing some work? And that is nice. And you have to celebrate those things, because when they are not doing the work, we criticize them and we are harsh on them. So it's good that they take the criticism and turn it into something positive, instead of taking the criticism and dropping their shoulder, they turn it into something positive. And so it is good. It is good to see Quiana Joseph clearly running some quick singles now. Quiana Joseph style. 39 without loss. Maroof bowls to Matthews. Good delivery that comes back into her. She played it back down the pitch. The bowler field in her follow through. At the end of over number 7, West Indies 39 without loss. I want to big up all my visually challenged community member who are tuning into the broadcast. We are happy to have you here, and one love to you. Big up to you. And all of you who are watching the match on the app that you're, whatsoever app you are watching it on, it's good to have you here, and we can enjoy the watch along and comment on the match. And also those of you who are unable to watch the match and just tuning in for the live commentary, which, you know, the live commentary takes more than this morning when it was really a genuine watch along, because the match was on YouTube and we were all watching it, you know. So Sultana, the off spinner, is back into the attack. Bowls to Quiana Joseph. That's the arm ball that comes back into her. She played it back down the pitch, the bowler field. In her follow through, and there is no run. Round the wicket, bowls to Joseph, and Joseph is forward. Played it back down to the ball, and there's no run. I like how you're coming on teaching and making a song like you are right there. Thank you. Thank you, Glenn Thomas. Round the wicket, bowls off the back foot. Joseph clipped away, threw mid on, down to the field on the long on boundary for a single, one more to the total. 40 without loss after 7.3. You know, so Sultana, the off spinner. Matthews on 31. She comes into strike. Joseph is on 8. So after one over, they have pulled the left arm spinner out of the attack. Sultana comes in now, over the wicket, bowls to Matthews after back foot. She pulls it through mid wicket, down to the boundary, beat the deep mid wicket and the long on into the boundary for 4. I don't think that came right out of the screw. I think probably Matthews wanted to hit that for 6, but nonetheless, she pierced the fielder on the deep mid wicket boundary and the fielder on the long on boundary. 4 more runs. Doesn't matter how they come. Yes, it never came right out of the screw. Nonetheless, she found the gap. 4 more runs. We hope that Brathwaite would have found the gap this morning. 44 without loss. Sultana bowls to Matthews. She's forward. She opened the face of the bat. Guides it down to short third man. No run. 44 without loss after 7.5. Matthews is on 35. Quiana Joseph is on 8. Remind you that the target is 199. So that's the target. That's the playing 11 there on the screen. Sultana bowls to Matthews, gave herself room and spank it through covers down to the boundary for 4. Oh, lovely from Ailey Matthews. 39 she's now, 48 without loss after 8 overs. That was short. She rocked back on the back foot and she spanked it down to the cover boundary for 4. Lovely shot. Ailey Matthews is on fire. Karen Fritz is saying, I am so proud of this young lady, Joseph. She has been working hard in her personal time and she's more measured in an aggressive approach. Thank you. I share those views. I share those views, Karen Fritz. You see it on her. And she's not just only swinging from the hip, you know. So those views, I understand those views. Those views are views that I would understand. Maroof bowls to Joseph and she covers up and played it to mid-off and there is no run. So there's a link in the video description. You will see it also in the live chat, pinned at the head of the live chat. And this is something that I've talked about, and you know it is my passion. to give away 100 kiddies cricket set this year. Maroof bowls to Joseph. She stand up tall, force it back down the pitch to the bowler, and there's no run. So, yes, the Cricket Forum, our goal and our objective is to give away 100 kiddies cricket set this year. So there's a link in the video description where you can click on the link and purchase the kiddies set. Let's watch Marufa. She's over the wicket, bowls to Joseph, and she slapped this to the field, that cover with some intent. She stopped it, although never picked it up cleanly, but she stopped it and prevented it from passing also. For the first time in the innings, Joseph just flexing the shoulders. Oh, she just flexing the shoulders, but she couldn't beat the cover. 48 without loss. Coming back to our project of distributing 100 cricket kits this year. Over the wicket, bowls to Joseph, back off a length. She played it out into the offside. The bowler skipped across and field. At we are short, extra cover would have been. End of 8.4 overs. 2 to come in over number 9. Good bowling here by Marufa. Solid batting by Quiana Joseph. She's not giving it away. She has the power. She has the strength. 8 from 19. She's biding her time. Matthews is playing a gem at the other end. She just need to stay there. Over the wicket, Marufa bowls to Quiana Joseph, who stroke it down to the field at mid-on. No run. So there's a mid-on and there's a mid-wicket. She just ease it down there. Yeah, so we plan to give away 100 cricket kits. Kiddies cricket kits. There's a link in the video description. There are 2 links there. One for the kiddies cricket set and one for bats in general. The one, if you want to buy a bat, you can click on the second link. But if you want to buy the set, you can click on it. The bat is for really adults, teenagers, and so on. But the kiddies cricket set, which is our plan, 48 without loss at the end of number 9, which is our plan to give away 100. So the links in the video description. The address that you can send it to is also in the video description. So you click on the link and you purchase the bat and you send it to the address. I will clear it when it comes to custom. I will also place the link in the comment section after the match, after this show is finished. Now, you don't have to send the kit to the Cricket Forum if you don't want to. You may have a child in your territory, a primary school child who you think can play cricket and who you want to help. And so you can also purchase the kit and give it to that child in your territory. All you need to do is to send me a video of you giving it to that child in your country. And so we can count it off as part of the objective to deliver 100 kits to children all over the Caribbean this year. So you can send it to me, but if you want to send it to a person in your own country that you know, you can also send it to them. Just make a video, have a receipt for us to say, yes, you did it on behalf of the Cricket Forum. Round the wicket come Nahida, bowls to Matthews, and she drives. Brilliant stop there in the covers. Matthews had to get, not Matthews, Joseph have to get back in her crease. Good stop by the fielder at cover. She never picked it up cleanly, but it ricocheted to the cover, to backward, to extra cover, I should say, who field and send the return in. Matthews, and she got back. Joseph got back on time. So Nada, left arm orthodox spin around the wicket, ball to Matthews, full toss, clipped away, through mid-wicket. The fielder comes in, they go through for 1. 49 without loss, Matthews on 40, Quiana Joseph on 8 comes in to strike. Livingston Francis saying, can we see it live? Not here. I do not have the copyrights to show it here, but I'm watching it on one of my apps. As I said, there are many apps that I have that I subscribe to all over the place to make sure that I always watching the cricket. So very interesting field here for Quiana Joseph. I will tell you after this delivery. Balls to Joseph and the back foot taken on the body. So there's a short third man. There's a backward point. There's a cover, extra cover, mid-off. So there are 5 there on the offside in a ring. Then there's a short fine leg, a backward square leg, deep mid-wicket, and a long on. And she's off the back foot, played it to the field. That backward point has to get back in her crease, backed up into the onside by the field, that backward square leg, and there is no run. So there's 5 in a circle from short third man to mid-off on the offside. Then there's a short fine leg, backward square leg, deep mid-wicket, and a long on. That's the field to Quiana Joseph as she ball swung across the line, loud appeal, not outside Jacqueline Williams. They are not going for it. Let me see this. I would have gone for that, you know. I would have, it's very interesting. I would have gone, is there no DRS there? Over the wicket, balls to Joseph, who drives in the air, down the ground, 4 runs. Oh, lovely from Joseph. Back past the bowler in the air. By the time she put up her hand, the ball already passed and it goes into the boundary for 4. 53 without loss. That's the West Indies 50. Another half century opening partnership. That ball, you know, I'm glad Jacqueline Williams did not give it out. But I think that's a real hometown decision, you know. That's a real hometown decision. I don't think these ladies have DRS and so on, but look at that. That's a real hometown decision. It looks very close to me, I'm telling you. That decision looked very close. So, yeah, it looked very, very close to me, I'm telling you. Good afternoon, Feral Dawes. Good evening, good evening. Greetings, welcome. Matthews is on 40. Marufa bowls to Matthews, and that one curves back. That's not a wide, you know. That's another good decision in favor of the West Indies. But I don't think that's a wide. Matthews is smiling because that came back inside the line. But nonetheless, it's the international umpire that signaled it. So it's the elite umpire. Look back at that. Look at that. It's not a wide. But well done. Well done. You're in the West Indies, so you have to give us those. So I love the umpiring in this game. These ladies get a chance to open for the men's test team. No, man. It's not older bowling, you know. You know, turn away into the onside. Probably even older is too fast for them. It's what, 125. What Flyer is bowling? What speed Flyer is bowling at and Bell? What speed is Flyer and Bell bowling at? 120 and Ishmael, I think they're bowling at 120 or 125. I'm going to check. Leighton Francis, you're not easy, you know. Turn away into the onside. Good to have you here, YX Tosa, but we are not talking men cricket this evening. We are giving the ladies all the attention. The thing about it, when we are watching men cricket, we don't talk the women cricket. So, not talking men cricket this evening, giving the ladies all the attention. So, thank you very much, YX Tosa, but just informing you. Noorzada say Matthews is a legend. Over the wicket, bowls to Matthews, pulled away to the fielder, short mid-wicket, and there is no run. Your opinion is always welcome. So as I said, that looked very close to me. That looks straight. If you are watching the match, tell me if that doesn't look straight to you. That looks straight. I can't believe. Well, there's no DRS, but if you are watching the match, tell me if that looks straight. Over the wicket, balls to Matthews, pulled away in the air, down to mid-wicket, 4 runs, 44 she is. West Indies 58 without loss after 10.4. Yes, so we are giving the ladies the attention. So, because as I said, when we are doing the men game, we don't talk about the ladies. So, I'm watching the game with my daughter. When a boundary is hit, she yells, "Shot, boy." She 4 still learning, lol. She's 4 still learning. Shot, boy. She need to say shot, girl, though, for Karen Fritz. Karen Fritz, you need to tell her, shot girl, you know, instead of shot boy. So 58 without loss. Ball to Matthews. Matthews covers up, played it down, back down the pitch to the bowler, and there is no run. So Marufa, this is her 6th over. She's in her 6th over. Wow. Why do you bowl? Is it that there are no other bowlers? Well, this match is going to end in a hurry. Because if Marufa have to bowl 6 overs up front, then what they have in the cupboard? Curtin Williams, greetings to you. ODI match. Yeah, no DRS. Yeah, these ladies generally don't use DRS. But Michael Douglas, that looks very straight. Pull high in the air, down toward mid-wicket, wide off the fielder, into the boundary for 4. Matthews move up now to 48. West Indies 62 without loss after 11 overs. For a moment there, I know that there was a field at cow corner, and I know that there was a deep mid-wicket. So for a moment there, you know, I was just a bit concerned. Glad to see when it bunks away between the two fielders and go into the boundary. 62 without loss. Remind you that the target is 199. And West Indies, as I would have said earlier, West Indies need to win these 3 ODIs to ensure that we do not have to play New Zealand in the qualifiers. Or if we beat Bangladesh 3-0, New Zealand will be one of the automatic qualifiers for the World Cup. If Bangladesh even win one of the match, there would be a tiebreaker. I don't know what tiebreaker they would use to decide whether it is New Zealand or Bangladesh goes through as the automatic qualifier. So what West Indies really need to do is to win all 3 matches. And so they avoid playing New Zealand in the qualifiers. 62 without loss after 11 overs. Matthews is on 48. Joseph is on 12. Please slash a like on the video and click on that subscribe button. Michael Douglas is saying that looked dead. It looked very straight to me, but these are the type of umpires that we need in the region that give hometown decisions. So well done. Can you imagine if it was, what's his name? Gregory Brathwaite umpiring? Oh my gosh. Quiana Jones played back down to the bowler outfield and there's no runs. So that's Nada, who's the bowler. Could you imagine if it is Gregory Brathwaite that was umpiring this match? You know, should gone. He would have given her out and laugh at us. Oh, round the wicket come Nada, bowls to Joseph. Joseph got that inside edge onto the body, the keeper field. The ladies should get every attention. Yes, man. Yes. And so Mango Reef said the leg before look out for me. Yes, it looks out for me. Michael Douglas said this is too easy for Matthews. Maybe too easy. That's Nada bowls to Quiana Joseph, who played it down to long off for a single. She moves up to 13. Matthews on 48 from 41 delivers. Well, it looks that way, Michael Douglas, but the last thing I want her to concentrate, I really want her to concentrate because I want to celebrate. I want to celebrate something special this evening. So I hope she concentrates. Nada around the wicket, bowls to Matthews. She's on the front foot and played it out to the fielder in the covers, and there's no run. The score remains at 63 without loss. 63 without loss. Round the wicket, bowls to Matthews off the back foot. Cannot beat cover. The score remains at 63 without loss. 1 to come in over number 11. 1 to come in over number 11. So, the spinner bowling, the chats are going by, but the spinner bowling. And so Matthews slap this between short third man and cover point down to the boundary for 4. Outside the half stump, and she cut it away between short third man. And that's her 50. 50 for Matthews. Congratulations. She's on 52. That was outside the half stump, and she cut it away between the short third man and the backward point. And the gap between the short third man and the backward point is very narrow. Now look at that gap. And she threaded the needle beautifully. Down to the boundary for 4. She's on 52 at the end of over number 12. West Indies 67 without loss. Matthews 52. Quiana Joseph 13. The target is 199. Akhter is saying good start. Good night, Jamor. Are you at the ground? Oh, no, man. This is not good. 300 watching at 134 likes. We can do better than that, said Deandra. Of course we can do better than that, man. Let's get the likes up to 100, please. Slash a like on the video and get it up to 100. Remember, just click off the live chat where you see the live chat. Just click it off, and then you will see the like button and the subscribe button, and then you can just click on the thumbs up. So if you are not seeing the thumbs up, just click off the live chat and you'll see the thumbs up, and you can come back to the live chat and make your comment. So just click it off. 67th without loss as Sanjida in her second over. She was taken to the cleaners by Matthews in her first. 4-4s. So she's going to go over the wicket now, bowling to Quiana Joseph. The first delivery was played back to her. She retaking her run-up. The left-arm orthodox spinner going over the wicket to Quiana Joseph. Over the wicket, bowls to Joseph. And Joseph swung this away over deep mid-wicket for the first 6. The fielder didn't matter as she swung it away over deep mid-wicket. 73 without loss. 73 without loss. And just checking up on the live chat, there's a poll going on, and I really want you to vote on it, which I'm asking, should the ladies allowed to take their spouse to when they're on overseas tour? And 65% of you believe yes, they should be allowed to take their spouse. Over the wicket, bowls to Joseph off the back foot. She strokes it to the field. That extra cover, good work, good pickup, no run, 73 without loss. So 66% of you, really, I want you to vote on that poll. Should the ladies be allowed to take their spouse on overseas tour? Bowls to Quiana Joseph, who played it away to the field that cover. Especially the West Indies senior team. They no longer share room. They no longer share room with teammates. Each individual have their own room. So I really and truly, I don't see an issue with it. Maybe not for the whole tour, but for even part of the tour, if they're away on a long tour, you can say that for the first week when you're preparing for the match, they can't be there. But maybe after a week or two, they come and they spend a week and then come back home. I wouldn't want them there for the entire tour. And since each player is staying in their own room, I don't see an issue. I don't see an issue with it. As long as, you know, they are the ones who the players, you cannot expect West Indies to foot the bill to transport them. So the players will have to fly in their spouse. Nora Zeda said, still remember that what Matthews did to the OZ women chasing 200 plus. What a superstar. Oh, to the was it OZ? You mean to the Australian? The Oz woman, is Australia called Oz? Okay. Yes, she made 135, was it? Nade around the wicket, bowls to Matthews, force it off the back foot down to long off for 1. 74 without loss after 13.1 overs. Yes, so please, as I said, slash a like on the video. Let's get it up to 100 and also vote on the poll. All you have to do is to click it off, and let's get it up, you know. So slash a like on the video, please. Nada comes in, bowls to Quiana Joseph. She was opening up the body there for the big shot, but then she just played it back down the offside of the pitch to the bowler who field, and there is no run. So 65% of you believe that they should be allowed to take their spouses on tour. So it's fluctuating just in the 65% region, but I want to see as many as possible persons vote on it. Definitely would love to see that. Comes in now, bowls to Quiana Joseph, who played it to mid-wicket. Mangarif is saying this is an international match. Where's the DRS? Come on, CWI. Oh, Mangarif, bowls to Quiana Joseph. He pulled it away, down back with a square leg. The fielder dive, cannot stop it. 4 runs, Quiana Joseph now. She begins to motor now. She moves up to 23. The score is 78 without loss. Nada, not happy at all with the fielding. After 13.5 overs, West Indies 78 without loss. 13.5 overs, she should have done better. She should have done better. She reminds us of the West Indies fielding in India. So Joseph, so the Bangladeshis, they are perplexed here right now. Class reaching them. Warner Park in all its glory. First of 3 one-day international. After the 3 one-day internationals, there'll be also 3 T20. All 6 matches being played at Warner Park. Nada bowls to Joseph, and Joseph turn it into the onside and goes through for a quick singer. Yes, Quiana Joseph going through for a quick singer. She's now on 24. West Indies 79 without loss. After 14 overs, Matthews is on 53. Joseph will keep the strike. So Mangarif, this is an international match. Where's the DRS? Come on, West Indies, CWI. I don't think you should be singling out CWI because it's the case all over the world when it comes to women one-day international match, unless it is playing in Australia, India, or England. So I wouldn't single out West Indies. Joseph itching to it a big shot, said Jamur Small. I saw that too. Thank you, Leighton Francis. I appreciate it. One love. You're at the ground, Jamur Small. Good. I'm going to try and work up and send you the link. Round the wicket, balls to Quiana Joseph, look to sweep, pitch outside the leg stump, not out, said the umpire. And this time it is the international umpire. Clearly pitch outside the leg stump. And you know I'm honest because you know that the first one I said that it looked dead. That pitch outside the leg stump, clearly. I am watching it on Live Cricket TV. It's an app named Live Cricket TV. That's what I'm watching it on. Forward and drives down to long off. Nice shot. One more to the score. Big up yourself, Jamur Small, said Michael Douglas. Always showing up to every West Indies match in St. Kitts. Yes, man, that is true. I need to send him. Don't I need to send it? Tell me, is there music at the ground? Is there music at the ground, Jamur Small? What is the situation? Are their husband allowed now? I prefer to say spouse. No spouse are allowed. Swept away by Matthews, misses, wide signal. She went for the sweep shot there, thought she connected. No. Wide signal, 81 without loss. No, I don't think spouse are allowed. I don't think spouse are allowed. Round the wicket comes Sajida, bowls to Matthews, a full toss, which she eases down to the fielder coming off the cover boundary for one more. 82 without loss. After 4.3, Joseph on 25 comes into strike. Matthews is on 54. Yeah, Jamur Small is saying easy win. Round the wicket, bowls to Quiana Joseph, who plays this down to long off for a singer, and the score moves up to 83 without loss. Jermaine Miller, I hope you will stick to the facts. I really hope you will stick to the facts. I I won't acknowledge that comment because it is not factual, Jermaine Miller. It's not factual. In fact, I will, to ensure that no one else read it, with all due respect, Jermaine Miller, I am deleting a comment that is not factual. And I don't need to comment on it because it is not factual. Played away down to long off for one more. The score goes up now to 85 without loss. So with all due respect, Jermaine, I have to delete a comment that is not factual. And I won't acknowledge it. So Rowan Perry said, unless they are married, no spouse should be allowed, only husband. What about wives? On the husband, what about wives? Hit away, high in the air by Quiana Joseph. It goes all the way against 6 more. She begins to turn it on now. She moves up to 32 from 43 deliveries. West Indies 90 without loss. I love this innings from Quiana Joseph. So Rowan Perry are saying husband, but what about wives? Aren't they allowed to take their wives? And what if they're in a relationship for 4, 5, 6 years, although they are not married, and they probably have a child together or so? So that's why I'm not limited. I'm not going to go about exclusively husband, because some have wives too, you know. So we can't just limit it to husband alone, because they may have wives. They may be in a steady relationship for 3, 4, 5 years, and you know. So if we are going to say yes, I think we should just say yes without any restriction once it can be certified that yes, this person and the person is really in a relationship. And that's why I use the word spouse, because it covers wives, it covers husband, and it covers those who are not married. So let's watch now as Nader comes round the wicket, bowls to Matthews, pull, misses, beat the keeper, is going to run away down to the boundary for 4 by. Wow, did she get a 4 by? So Matthews looking to pull, it kept low. Wow, it kept low. They have to put some more moisture in this pitch for the second match. That one kept low and just missed the leg stump as Matthews opened up her body and looked to pull. Yes, where can we watch the match? I'm watching it on Live Cricket TV. Bowls to Matthews, who played. Music play, end of the over, and boundary hit. Okay. Rowan Perry said no, only husbands, no wives. Bowl to Matthews in the air, over cover. Down towards the boundary, the 2-fielder comes across. Extra cover reach there first. The sweep on the boundary reach, and they'll come back for 2. So Rowan Perry said, only husband, no wives. Let it be known that those are not the views of the Cricket Forum. I'm just reading the views of Rowan Perry, who's entitled to his opinion. But I want to clarify that those are not the views of the Cricket Forum. That one is pulled away into the mid-wicket region by Matthews. 1 more to the total. Karen Fritz is saying, what a pleasing partnership. It's now 97. They have learned from the last series against India. 50 overs is a lot of time. Yes, it's a lot of time. You know, certainly from the shot outside the half stump, she looks to cut, but it came back into her bottom edge down to mid-wicket, and there is no run. One delivery to come in the over, 97 without loss, over number 16. I think there will be a drinks break after this over or after the next over. Well, no, I think this over. I think it's 1 hour now since we started. Bowl to Joseph, who covers up and played it down the half side of the pitch, and there is no run. 97th without loss after 16. Let's see if there's a drinks break. It appears so. Matthews is taking off her gloves, and she's knocking fists with Quiana Joseph. That last delivery grips and turn. I think going forward, if West Indies win the toss, they should bat first, you know. So, yes, definitely there is a drinks break. So, yes. What a pleasing, yes, indeed, it's a pleasing partnership. And you know that I am someone who is very, very harsh on Shane Diaz. He don't have any room for maneuver with me. But I love how the team is playing today. And when the team plays poorly, I criticize the coach. Now that the team is playing well, I will praise the coach. So I want to give Shane Diaz a big shout out. And I want to say, Shane Diaz, that I was very happy with the way the team fielded today, the time when I was watching it. I think I probably watched the first 10, 12 overs, and then the last 5, I slept the rest of the time. So I want to say to you, Shane Diaz, I love how the team feel today. I hope they continue to improve, and I love how they are batting. And I'm glad to see that they bowled out Bangladesh, well, restrict them to 198 of the 50 overs. So I appreciate that. You know, so big up. Shout out to Shane Diaz. And the improvement that we saw in Cherry and Fraser, to get them to Australia, I think that is your connection. I would love to assume that is your connection. And well done again, Shane Diaz. If they are living together for over 5 years, with or without children, exception can be granted. That's just my opinion. I will agree. That's fair enough. So probably you could say yes if you are not married, but if you are spouse and living together, then yes. You know. So are you saying, with all respect, West Indies doesn't have a money problem? You can afford the things that you need, and how should I put it now? You don't have to be rich to afford the things that you need. Over 70% of the people in the world, or maybe more, even probably over 80% of the people in the world, they are not rich, but there's a large number of persons in the world who afford the things that they need without being rich. So it doesn't go that way, Jermaine Miller. Karen Fritz say, Heading to family prior. We'll be back and watch commentary highlights evening family. Respect, Karen Fritz. So that's played down to long on for one more 98. As long as they are married or being in a long-time relationship, emotional support for the players. Good, good. Thank you. Thank you for that. So, this one played down to long on. So, Jermaine Miller is saying, and sir, comments should all be respected as long as it is not disrespectful. Absolutely. And I think I was being very disrespectful when I delete your comment. I was very respectful. I said it to you. I said, this is factually inaccurate, because it was. So you're entitled to your opinion, but then there must be accountability with that opinion. Not because you're entitled to your opinion and we respect your opinion, it means then you can be frivolous. Says Rabia bowled to Matthews, who covers up and played it down in front of her, picked up and tossed it to the keeper, who relayed to the ball, and there is no run. Let me take these two deliveries and then I come back to you, Jermaine. 16.4 overs, 99. Bowls to Matthews, turn it away, down to long on. That's the 100 partnership. Well done, Matthews and Joseph, as she turned that away down to long on. The fielder comes off the deep mid-wicket boundary, got there before the long on, and it's one more to the total. 100 without loss. West Indies, after 16.5 overs. Matthews is on 60. Joseph is on 33. One to come in over number 17. Congratulations, Matthews and Joseph. Another century partnership. Not the first time. Round the wicket come Raiba, bowls to Quiana Joseph, who hit this hard down to the fielder on the long off boundary. One more to the total. End of the over. 101 without loss. Joseph will keep the strike. She is on 34. Matthews is on 60. So you're entitled to your opinion, of course, and your opinion are respected. But that opinion must have some accountability. And if the opinion is factually incorrect, and I know that it is factually incorrect, I am going to delete it. Because you will be misrepresenting the facts to the community. And I cannot allow that. So while I agree with you that all opinions must be respected, but inaccurate facts, cannot be respected. So I hope you understand my point. Yeah, we are just reasoning, so I hope you understand. And the higher the level of the discussion, the more intellectual the discussion is, the more my juice get flowing. What worries me is once Matthews retires, it's gonna be very hard for West Indies women to stay competitive with the big team, said Noor Zeda. I don't know that. I really don't know that. I really don't know that. Although she's far away from retire. 20. She's probably what? 7 from when we won the World Cup in 2016, she was 16. And that's 9 years ago. So she's probably 25. Swept away by Quiana Joseph over the fielder head and the backward square leg boundary. One bounce for 4. 105 for 4 now. I don't know that though. Opinions are different from misinformation, said Rowan Perry. Yes, that is so true. Some comments have flashed by. Orlando Paul, it's a long time. My take on it is if Joseph deep in her crease and played it back down. My take on it, if the male team can take their spouses, then the women team should be able to. Does the male team take their spouses? That's something that we need to find out. My only condition is the individual must not be a known distraction to the team. Off the back foot goes Joseph as she spank it down to the cover boundary for 4 more. Sultana shot outside the half stump. Joseph rock back and spank it away. 109 without loss. West Indies motoring along. Look now, she hit that hard. Jamor Small, she hit that hard, didn't she? 109 without loss. And I made the point that I don't think they should be their old series either. Round the wicket, balls to Joseph, and she was just itching there, as Jamar Small said it. She was itching to go with that one, but it was back of the length. It was out of the hitting arc, and she played it back down the half side of the pitch. Sultana round the wicket, balls to Joseph, swept it away nicely. Good stop at short fine leg. The score remains at 109 without loss at the end of over number 18. Joseph is on 42, Matthews on 60. Yes, so I would have made the point that say they are away for 6 weeks and they're going to have a 2-week camp before the series. I don't think the spouse should be there during the camp. I think they should be focused on the camp, and after the camp or so on, maybe the spouse can come in. And I don't think the spouse should stay there either for the entire series. I think 1 week maximum. That's my take on it. Yeah. Off the back foot goes Matthews. She played this away down to the cover. 1 more to the total. 110 now without loss. Ainsworth. Greetings. Happy to have you here. Opinions are different from misinformation, said Ruan Perry. I read that. Yes, thank you. Are there any Jamaican female on this side? Let's watch now as round the wicket bowls to Joseph, who covers up and played it down the half side of the pitch. And there is no run. So there is a squad. There is a squad for you. Bowls to Quiana Joseph, played it back down the half side of the pitch, and there is no run. So that's a 15-lady squad there on the screen. Livingston Francis, Quiana Joseph, Seckers. Round the wicket, bowls to Quiana Joseph, who slapped this down to long on for one more. The score moves up now to 112 without loss. And those, so there's a 15-woman squad there on the screen for you, Leighton Francis. Generally speaking, some spouses are a source of encouragement, while others are a source of distraction. Bowled short, cut away by Matthews, down towards the field and the boundary for one more, 112 without loss after 18.5. And Orlando Paul, I don't think that would be an issue. And after this delivery, I'll explain that. Because, and I love the conversation now. On the back foot goes Joseph, played it back to the bowler. End of the over, number 19, 112 without loss. One, if you must know if your spouse is a distraction. And if your spouse is around the team and proved to be a distraction, that privilege should be taken away from you. So I don't really see an issue with it. You must know if your spouse is going to pose a distraction, and the team management, Cricket West Indies, should be very strict and said, if we are allowing your spouse here for a week or 3 days or whatsoever it is, if they prove to be a distraction, the next time you will not have that privilege. So I think it can. Swept away by Matthews, down to the boundary for 4 more. So Matthews not retiring for now. Matthews is 25. Yes, Michael Douglas. Yes, I calculated it to be 25. Yes, thank you. Glad to know she's not retiring anytime soon, said Nora Zeda. But look at Quiana Joseph. Aren't you impressed with Quiana Joseph? You know? So Shauna is going to come into the attack. You know, I watched Shauna bowl when the team was in Bangladesh, and she was almost unplayable. Short, pulled away, down to mid-wicket. Easy for Matthews, someone say. You know, she's motoring now. 70 is she. 70, Quiana Joseph is on 43. Fleming, heel up, boss. How you doing? Heel up, Mr. Brown. Good game so far. Our girls should wrap up things by 40 overs. Oh, Lord. Let's wait no Fleming and then we'll celebrate. Let's not put something on it. We don't want anything dramatic to happen. We'll have enough time to celebrate. What do you think? We'll have enough time. 120 without loss after 19.2 overs. As that one is played away. So YX Tosa is saying, played against Quiana at under 19 level. Wow, yes. Well, she's a proper batsman and all-rounder, was facing big pace from there. She will be great for the West Indies, said YX Tosa. Well, good. Thank you for that information. We appreciate it. So, you mean West Indies players? So Michael Douglas is saying players don't usually bring their spouse on tour, only World Cups. No, man. If you are speaking generally, it's no. if you're speaking about West Indies players, thank you for the information, because I didn't know that West Indies players did. But if you're speaking generally, it's no, they do. They do. Not all the tour. I think India, for example, allow up to 2 weeks. Australia, I think Australia allowed the whole tour, and England allowed the whole tour also. So if you are speaking generally, it's no. But if you are speaking about West Indies players, thank you for the information, because I wasn't aware that they're allowed to bring their spouse to the World Cup. Don't you believe taking a spouse would cause some distraction? No, not necessarily. I don't think so. Just a minute. Let me get some what. So Quiana Joseph hit another 4. Oh, they're reviewing some of her shots. I just wanted to catch up with the score. 126 for 4. Joseph is on 48. So yes, she did hit another 4. So Joseph on the verge of a half century here. Round the wicket, bowls to Joseph, and Joseph is forward, drives, misses, through to the keeper, and there's no run. So I don't think it doesn't necessarily go as that. No, I don't think so. It really depends on the relationship. It depends on the person. Joseph drives down to long off for a comfortable single. Because a spouse can be a distraction, and a spouse can be a motivator, as someone said earlier. It really depends on the person. Go Matthews, teach our boys a batting lesson. Agree with you, Dan, at all? Yes, so I hope you vote cards, sobers. One more to the total. 127 without loss. So Joseph is on 49. Matthews is on 72. So Joseph on strike. Rabia, the right arm leg spinner. Let's watch. Was it leg spinner or spin? I'm going to watch her action here. Yes, the leg spinner bowls to Joseph, who played it away down to long off for a single. That's her 50. Well played, Joseph. Brilliant from Joseph. Quiana Joseph. Another half century for her. Well played, young lady. 50 from 65 deliveries. Well done. Well done. Well done, Joseph. 129 without loss to West Indies. So I don't think it necessarily goes up. So Court Sobers, I say, yes, I believe the women's senior team should take their spouse on tour, but not for long. Yes, that's it. I really think that could be for a period. Orlando Policen agree. Let's see. Comes in both to Matthews, and Matthews turn this into the onside. They're just milking it now. The Bangladesh need to bring in some fielders here. 130 without loss after 21. Good to know that you agree with me all on the poll. I always tell persons that if everyone agrees with what I'm saying, I'll be very nervous. Because if everyone agrees with what I'm saying, what's the word for it? I would have to get very nervous. I don't have an issue with persons disagreeing with me. As what Jermaine said, we can always have a discussion and disagree as long as we does it respectfully. Shirley Samuel is saying, everyone knows their spouse. They should are not as they wish. Yes, sure, I think so too. And I think what Orlando Paul is saying, he agrees with that. If the spouse prove to be a distraction, then the management should withdraw that privilege from the player. Bosto Matthews, lovely shot down wide of the long off field of a 4 more. 31-34 without loss now as she moves up to 77. Oh, lovely shot. Another day when West Indies under 19 ladies lost at the World Cup. On a day when West Indies men lost a test match to Pakistan. And on a day when Manchester United was beaten. West Indies women are bringing great joy to my heart as Matthews curled that away down to the cover boundaries for another 4. She moves into the 80s. She's 81 now, 138 without loss after 21.3 overs. Yes, Jamur Small. What's the vibes like in the ground, Jamur Small? So let's watch now as Matthew. So Sheldon is saying, taking your wives saves you from the late night indiscretion. Shiv wife settled him nicely off the back foot. Thank you for that view. Thank you for that information, Sheldon. And that's what we all, we all say. You really, we agree that it could be a distraction. We also agree that it could be a motivation. And it could also be in between, because the world is not black and white. It's not black and white. The black and white television ceased to exist many, many years ago from I was a little boy. So we are no more black and white, So, so off the back foot, play that down the offside, no run. End of over number 22, 138 without loss. So it's a very interesting discussion, different views. Shirley, Sheldon talking about, and it's good to have a woman reacting. We appreciate that. And as I said, it can be a source of motivation. It can be a distraction, in which case, as I said, the management should withdraw the privilege from the player. And also, it can be in between, Bangladesh can't come on my turf and not expecting licks, said Jamur Suma. We're cheering strong support for our teams. Good. Are you in the crowd here? Over the top, down to the boundary for 4 more. Over the top, down to the boundary for 4 more. Jamur Sumal, I hope you are in there's a link, Jamur Sumal. I got it now. So I hope that you are in the middle of the crowd so I can see the crowd. I would like you to be there and and see the crowd, man. Neda ball to Quiana Joseph, high in the air, 1 bounce. Has it gone all the way? Let's watch the signal. It's the bottom of the bat, but sheer power. So Quiana Joseph now begins to turn it on. Oh, lovely. She swung it away. And she's looking at the bottom of the bat and said, it never came out of the screw, It never came out of the screw. But it gone all the way. She's looking at the bottom of the bat. She's on 60 from 67 deliveries. Matthews is on 81 from 67 deliveries. 148 without loss. 51 more runs needed. Let's watch now as, something came to my mind, but I can't say that. Ball to Joseph, and it plays down the on side of the pitch, and there is no run. Telford Gardner says, who's going to pay? We already addressed that, but I'll repeat it, Telford, because you asked the question. I think you're saying that it takes cash, but we addressed that. So at the end of the over, I'll just go over it. As Quiana Joseph played this down to long on, the fielder comes in and field. Is that 149 now? 149, the West Indies, without loss. That sounds very good, don't? 149 without loss. 22.4 overs have been bowled. Matthews, she's on 81 from 67 deliveries. Nader, the left-arm orthodox spinner, she's coming round the wicket. She bowls to Matthews off the back foot, played it through mid-wicket. That's a single. That's the 150. That's the 150. So 150 now. 150 for the West Indies. Welcome, Jamor Sumal. How are you, man?
Well, it just did a little celebration, you know.
Yes, man. Yes, Jamor Sumal. Yeah, man. Good, man. Good to have you here. Yeah, man. So we've seen some person. You can turn on the phone. Let me see those persons in the background. Just turn around the phone so I can see in your background. Yes, man. Yes, man. Good. Yeah, man. Jamor Small, always joining us from the ground. Lovely. Yes, man. So, yes, man. Good to see those persons, man. Yeah. You want me to have a word with those persons, Jamor Small? And just ask them how they're feeling? That they're alive? Okay, you know. So, Jamor Small, what's the vibes like in the ground?
Well, everybody's sharing, you know, everybody behind the scene. Once in a while, you hear the cheer, the focus,
Yes.
you know.
We want to win it by 10 wickets.
10 wickets.
Yeah, yes.
No more,
yeah,
no wickets.
Yes. Looking at Ailey Matthews and Quiana Joseph in the flesh, how powerful Quiana Joseph looks. She looks like a bulldozer.
Well, I got a picture for a six for the longest while.
Yeah.
For the longest, it was now start to come out in the October and so. But he, you know, has a little self-control.
Okay, yes, realizer. So thank you very much for joining us as usual, Jamor. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to the next match. Respect.
Well,
Enjoy yourself, but what you drinking?
Well, no, just a little wine, you know.
Rum and Coke?
No, little wine.
What you drinking?
We call it again Lama Parrot.
Okay, yeah, man. Respect. Thank you very much, Jamor Small. We appreciate it.
All right.
So there was Jamor Small joining us from the ground. You know, I think there was a comment that I need to come back to, so I have to wait until the end of this over again. 152 without loss. Rabia, the right arm leg spinner. She was unplayable in Bangladesh. So over the wickets come Rabia. Ball to Matthews off the front foot, and she drives it through the covers down to the field on the boundary for one more. 153 without loss. She moves up to 84. West Indies 153 without loss. Quiana Joseph is on 62. So 153. Rabia round the wicket, bowls to Quiana Joseph. She did not deliver. Her cap fell off as she was about to deliver, so she did not deliver. So she's putting it back on. She's ready now. Let's watch now. She's bowling in her. Is that a fashion statement? Cap and glasses. Rabia comes in, bowls to Quiana Joseph, who slapped this down to long on for one more. 154 without loss at the end of over number 24. So I think there was somebody asking about who pays for it. Well, and I did make the point that the West Indies senior team ladies no longer share room. They now have their own room, and they will have to fly in their spouse. Well, between them and their spouse, they would have to pay for airfare. So it's really their decision. You know, if that's a sacrifice you have to make if you so desire. So the cost to cricket West Indies, it's minimal to none. Giovanni Reid is saying, I might sound too harsh, but Joseph is too big. She needs to work on her fitness. And yes, you are right. I don't think you might sound too harsh. Well, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But I think that if you had seen Quiana Joseph 1 month ago, you would be congratulating her for where she is right now. So I'll give you the benefit of the doubt that you never saw her in December. You know, because this is much improved. She's much improved. And I mean her stature is much improved. Yes. Short and Joseph hit this hard down to long on, straight to the field. One more, 155. I think Shirley Samuels, yes, and Shirley Samuel is making the point. Yeah. Jersey, yeah, she looks good as she has lost some weight. She looks fit. Yeah, she looks fitter than she was in December, but she can still lose a little more. So, you know. So that's another single, one more. So Giovanni Reid, everything is relative in a Giovanni Reid, and we cannot ask someone to move from 1 to 10 just so. Everything is incremental, so we have to balance it. And I know in your daily life you balance things. As she comes in, balls to Joseph, hit it high over long on for 6 more. Oh no, it bounced. The fielder made a brilliant effort. I hope she has not hurt herself. I would really like to see the replay on that. Oh, she has hurt herself, you know. The young lady has hurt herself in a desperate effort. She put in her body on the line for her country. And they all gathered around her. I hope is it that she fell on the ball. I hope it's nothing more than that. But they rushed to her and they gathered around her and the umpires down there. So let's look at this in slow motion. I think she's going to be okay. I think she's just winded because she fell hard. I hope that's the situation. But what an effort to take the catch. She should have let go of the ball though, you know. What an effort. I think she's just winded. So Giovanni Reid, we need to be fair. And I made the point again, if you had seen her in December, I don't think you would be saying this, you know. And purses improve incrementally, you know. So I hope you'd appreciate that. I don't think I need to say anything more on that. I'm happy with the direction in which Quiana Joseph is heading. Greetings, Willie. How are you? Good. Welcome to you from Puerto Rico. How can we get it live? I'm watching it on a app called Live Cricket TV. That's what I'm watching it. Yvonne Johnson, thank you for tuning in. We always appreciate your prayer. The spiritual leader, join us. You know, Giovanni Reid, we know all of that, but as I'm saying, the improvement must be incremental. I think you should just appreciate that the young lady is working very hard on her fitness. and she's doing a good job at it. Everyone else appreciate it except you, Giovanna Reed. And I don't know why you should be so harsh, because she's moving in the right direction, and that's all you can ask for. If you have a child in school who is getting 30 on her maths paper, and then the next term she get 40, and the next term she get 50, you have to respect that and appreciate it. One is entitled to their own opinion, but not their own facts, said Mango Reef. Yeah, that is so true. Good evening, Jenko people. Good to have you here, Ivan Stevenson. The ladies are doing us proud. Yes, man, they are doing us extremely proud. 162 without loss. So we only need 37 more now. You know that it looks like she was hurt more than I thought. But I really hope that it is so that she will be able to play in the next match. I really hope so. I really hope so. Big effort she made, though. Yeah, player down. My wine finished already, lol. What's the name of the wine? What's the name of the wine? If the team, that's a good point you're making there, Telford Garden. If the team reaches a championship game, the spouse should be allowed to be at the game as an incentive. Not only the spouse, but the children. So Mostary is going to continue. She's round the wicket, bowls to Quiana Joseph, who's drive back to the bowler on the bounce. Spectators catch. 162 without loss. My wife finished. A very good point. After this morning, I deserve a win. Well, it's good. She's up and walking on her own steam, or she's limping. Round the wicket, bowls to Joseph, wide outside the half stump. Joseph really now big. She decided now that she's going to win this match now. Lamad Parrot. Okay, so that's a wine in St. Kitts. When I come to St. Kitts the next time, I would need some. She has her arm around the player, but I don't think that it is an arm to like say that. She's walking with a little limp, but I think she'll be ready for the next match. And, and they rushed to her right. It was a big effort. It was a big effort. So please remember the Cricket Forum goal this year, the Cricket Forum objective. It's our objective. Rabia is going to bowl to Matthews. So the Cricket Forum objective is to issue Rabia over the wicket, bowls to Matthews. After back foot, she cuts it to the field at cover point, and there is no run. 162. Is to distribute 100 kiddies cricket set this year to children in primary schools. 100. Rabia over the wicket, bowls to Matthews. After back foot in the air, over the top. Luckily, it drops at mid-wicket, and they come back and they go through for a single. 163 now without loss. Matthews is an 85. Probably Michael Douglas can tell me. No, I'm not saying it, I'm not asking you that question, Michael Douglas. I'm not asking you. So we have an objective of distributing 100 kiddies cricket set this year. Now there's a link in the description where you can buy those sets. Rabida over the wicket, bowls to Quiana Joseph, high in the air, over the top again. The fielder run back, took the catch, Joseph out. Yeah. So Joseph made 70. I really wanted West Indies to win by 9 wickets, man. She made 70, but I think that she was probably tiring. Yeah, she was probably tiring. But there's a good knock from Joseph. 78. 78 deliveries, 70 runs. I think she was probably a bit tired. Nonetheless, a good knock. What we don't want to do now, good catch too by the fielder. Good catch. Good catch. Good catch. So 70 from 78 deliveries. 6 fours and 4 sixes. Good knock, 70 from 79 deliveries. She caught by the substitute fielder who came on for that young lady who just got out. So our objective is to distribute 100 kiddies cricket set to children in primary school this year. The link is in the video description where you can buy these sets. So click on the link and you can send them to the address in the video description. I will play the custom duty and the shipping costs, the cost for the courier. Once you buy the set, you send them to that address that you see there. However, you don't have to send them to me because the aim is for this community to distribute 100 baht. So like Jam was small in St. Kitts now. If he see a little girl or boy in primary school that he want to give a set because he think that there's some potential there, he can click in the link, buy the sets, and deliver it to that child himself. All he needs to do so that we keep a record in the cricket forum, that he send us a video of handing over the set so we keep a record. So it doesn't has to come to me, but if you want to send it to me, my address, the address that you send it to, the shipping address that you need to send it to is in the video description also. So click on the link, buy it, send it to that address if you want to send it to me. But if you want to deliver it to someone in your country yourself, you can also go ahead and do it. Because the aim is that we want to deliver 100 cricket set this year. So at the end of the year, we can say the Cricket Forum community delivers 100 cricket set to children. And so we are playing our part. 165 for 1 after 26 overs. Matthews is on 86. Campbell is on 1. So pure applause for Joseph. Good night. That's nice. That's very nice. When are you going to link up with CCP for the giant podcast? Looking forward to it, Mango Reef. So Mango Reef, you know, I heard that guy saying a lot of things about me that he's going to flag me. But he has not yet emailed me. He has not yet emailed me, you know. So a connection of mine, a third party had reached out to him. And said, we'd like to do the debate. Because this two-tier thing that he's talking about, that he agrees with, is foolishness. So he goes on his shows and he runs off his mouth and he say all sort of things. But if he's serious and if he thinks that he can win the debate, send me an email so we organize it properly, organize the template, because I'm not in a cascas, I'm in a civil debate. So anytime he thinks he's ready, just email me. You have my email address. I send it to you. I asked Bobby Bones to send it to you, and he said that he sent it to you. So you have my email address. So instead of him just running up his mouth on his channel, email me, man, and let us get it on. But I don't think he can. He can't, because he knows he will lose, and he'll lose badly. So he can just run off his mouth. He can just blah, 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 blah on his channel. But I'm afraid to email me. Absolutely afraid, Mango Reef. Is Cedar Bright streaming the match on YouTube? We would like to from Puerto Rico. Please send me the link. No, it's not on YouTube. It's on, I'm watching it on an app named Live Cricket TV. Live Cricket TV, that's the app I'm watching it on. Willie Bettel. Happy to have you here. So Ailey Matthews is on 88. She's seconds. 1 to coming over number 27. Bowls to Matthews, and Matthews drive down to long off for one more. She's on 89. She will keep the strike. West Indies 175 for 1, needing a further 24 runs to win. So tell that gentleman on CCP, instead of chirping like a parrot, he must do the honorable thing and send me an email so that we can organize the debate. But I don't think he's going to do it because he knows he cannot win. Hey, brother, living. I am in the. Hey, brother, respect Salim, Matthews second. Over the wicket, Raiba bowls to Matthews off the back foot. She forces it down to the field and the cover boundary. One more to her. She's at 90 now. West Indies 176 for 1. Yes, living to you too. I am living in the Virgin Islands. I love my NFL. Wow. This is yes, okay. Over the wicket. Bowls to Camber. Whipped it down to long on. She just come forward, turn it down to long on for one more, giving Matthews the strike. It's now 177 for 1. Matthews on 90 comes into strike. 90 from 87 to level. I've been watching some NLF after this match, so I hope they finish it quickly. Over the wicket, bowls to Matthews, short. She played it away again, down to the field on the cover boundary for one more. 178 for 1. Matthews is on 91, 27.3 overs. WI Sport Cricket is saying, lol. Boop, boop, said WI Sport Cricket. Too much chatty. Yes, man, he's chirping like a parrot. You know, he's just chirping away. Matt Campbell turned this through mid-wicket for a single. One more to the total, 179 for 1. Blah, 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 blah. Do the right thing and email me. And let's get it on. You have my email address. It was sent to you. So stop the talking and email me and get it on. Brown man, I told you I'm not saying it, Swept away. They're gone for 1. They come back. Will they come back for 2? No, they stay on 1. Matthews, let's watch the signal from Jacqueline Williams. Well, I love Jacqueline Williams, Love her, man. Because I think that come off the pad. But with Matthews in the 90s, she's not going to give a leg by. This is how we want our umpires to operate. Off the back foot goes Campbell, stroke it back down the pitch to the bowler who field. And there's no run. After 28 overs, 180 for 1. Matthews on 92 will keep the strike. Campbell is on 5. So Kabilo Sebeli said, good evening, doctor. Good evening to you too, boss. Appreciate you being here. Cowards will not come and converse with you because you have a wealth of cricket knowledge. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oh, this finished quick this time though. 19 needed. Matthews is on 92. Over the wicket, come Neda, bowls to Matthews, drive. Down to long on for one more. She moves up to 93, 181 for 1. I remember earlier somebody said they are worried that when Matthews retire, we may not have a next. We don't know what we're going to do. Let's watch Neda. Left arm round the wicket, bowls to Campbell, who went for a big drive. It peeled off the outside edge of the bat and runs away down to third man. And they will come back for 2. The score moves up to 183 for 1. Campbell is on 7. Matthews is on 93. It's getting too close to comfort now, Campbell. You need to come off the gas. What is Campbell doing? It's getting too close to comfort. It's only 16 runs needed for the victory. Block out this over. Yes, you need to block out the over now. It's getting too close to comfort. Relax, Campbell, relax. Getting too close to comfort, Campbell, relax. Block out this over. Block it out. Wide as she look to sweep that. Wide will signal. And this is why it is getting too close for comfort. I don't want to say it as a brown man. I don't want to say it, but it's getting too close for comfort. You understand what I mean? Because they can fire wide, fire no ball down the pitch. She played it to the field at cover, and there is no run. If I'm Matthews, I'm going to have a word with Campbell and said, listen to me, what you doing? You want me to drop you the next match? Really getting too close for comfort. Ball to Campbell and she drives. Oh my Lord, down to long on for a single. One delivery to come in the over. 185 for 1, 14 needed. Matthews is on 93. Need a ball to Matthews to hit this in the air, over the top, the fielder running back. And I hope they second for 1. I just hope that they second for 1. You know, they come back for 2. When they come back for 2, she's on 95. 95. And there, yes, there's a chart that I'm telling you about. So clearly, West Indies can no longer qualify. But if Bangladesh win, Bangladesh need to win 2 matches because they have a inferior net run rate. So looking at that, West Indies no longer need to win 3 matches. West Indies just need to win 2 in this series to avoid New Zealand. Is that water you're drinking, sir? You want to get me? Yeah. Yeah. A lot of water, but it's not only water. Let's put it this way, Joel Williams. It's a lot of water, but not only water. So Campbell played the first delivery down to long on and get a single, 188 for 1. 11 runs needed. Matthews is on 95. So ball to Matthews. Matthews is forward. Played it back down the pitch to the right arm leg spinner Rabia. I need to get my friend from Bangladesh to talk about this Bangladeshi team. Rabia, over the wicket, balls to Matthews. She's off the back foot. She cuts it, cannot beat backward point. There is no run. The score remains at 188 for 1. Yes, so the person had said that they worried that when Matthews retire, we won't have anybody coming through. And one of the let's watch Rabia comes in now. Balls to Matthews, and Matthews turn this down to long on for a singer. She moves up to 96. The score is 189. 10 more needed. And it is those things that we have to try and allay by when we buy these kiddies cricket set and deliver them to the children. We are trying to invest in future West Indies stars. Ball to Campbell, who turned this into mid-wicket for 1. It's 190 now for 1. So Matthews is 1 hit away from her 100. She's a 96. The right arm leg spinner Rahiba comes in now. So let's watch. There's a square leg. The right arm leg spinner Rahiba over the wicket. Balls to Matthews off the back foot. She cannot beat point. There is no run. The score remains. Oh, they're going through for a quick single here. Oh, the return came in, hit the stump, ricocheted, and thankfully, Matthews gets the single and she keeps the strike. West Indies 191 for 1, 8 runs needed. Matthews is on 97. Yes, so it's a lot of water, but not only water alone, Joel Williams. Even if it is just banter, Matthews should threaten her for the next game, lol. Yeah, yes, Lansley Blake. Yes, even if it's just banter. Yeah, those things are very interesting. Those things, nice. It's nice. The territorial boards need to do more to get the talents for the game for the future. Off the back foot, and it slaps it down to the fielder on the cover boundary for another run. I want to say something to Mikel here. Jamaica track and field program is very strong. You know, the world know that. Our track and field program is a world-class program. At the very heart of that program, as Campbell turned this into the offside and they go through for a quick singer, and Matthews come through. She's at 98. At the very heart of that program is volunteerism and the generosity of the Jamaican public, at the very heart of it. Volunteerism and the generosity of the Jamaican public. Round the wicket, balls to Matthews, and she's forward, and she strokes it down to long on. She's doing it in singles. She's now 199. So Michael Douglas and Brown, man, the question I want to ask the statistician out there, because I cannot check it right now. Will this be the first century for Ailey Matthews in the Caribbean? Can someone tell me quickly, please? Ball to Campbell, and she eased it to backward point. Looking for the single, not on. 194 for one. Why is Campbell playing the ball to backward point and want to run? And as Lansley Blake said, just for the banter, Matthews said, what the hell are you doing, Campbell? You want to run me out? Balls to Campbell, and she drives. Better shot, down to long off. One more. One delivery to come in this over. Will this be the century? They need to bring in the field. The Bangladeshi need to bring in the field. And the captain, the wicket keeper, is calling in square leg. There's a backward point. There's a short third man. There's a cover, a long off. Nader, the left arm orthodox spinner, around the wicket, balls to Matthews. He drives to the field, that extra cover. And there is no run at the end of the over. 195 for one. Matthews is at 99. Yes. 195 for one. So yes, Michael, you know, at the heart of Jamaica outstanding track and field program, which is the envy of many countries in the world with much larger population, is, despite the administrative skills of ISA and the J3A and the huge sponsorship, enormous sponsorship from Puma, from Grace, and all those entities, it could not happen without volunteerism and the generosity of the Jamaican people. Rahiba bowls to Campbell, who played this down to long on for a single. The return comes in, hit the stump, but I know that they are not going to go for another one. So 3 runs needed. If I am Rabia, I am firing this down the leg side for 4 wide. Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. If I am Rabia, I want, yes, man. So there's a backward square leg, some adjustment being made to the field now. They are bringing in the field. They are putting a fielder at mid-wicket. So there's a short third man. I think they should have a slip. So backward point, cover, extra cover, mid-off, mid-wicket. Rahiba comes in, bowls to Matthews off the back foot. She played it into the gap, down to the fielder on the cover boundary. That's her 100. Well played, Ailey Matthews. 100 for the West Indies captain from 92 deliveries. She was splendid. 100 from 92 deliveries. What a knock by Ailey Matthews as West Indies look to win this first match. Congratulations, young lady. Well played. Well played, Ailey Matthews. Yes, century. This is our 4th century in the Caribbean. Thank you, Michael Douglas. Thank you. I appreciate it. So Joel Williams, there's a lot of water, but there's something else. Ball to Campbell, and she swung this in the gap. That's the victory for the West Indies. Oh, will they come back for 2? Or they stay on 1? They stay on 1. Matthews want to hit the winning run. So the scores are tied. The scores are tied. Well, Shirley saying, well done, Matthews. Brown man who said it a very long time. Congratulations, Matthews. He said it a long time, but you know what? Everyone in this community know that I don't read out those things before it happened. As Rabia bowls to Matthews off the back foot, she played her favorite shot up and over long off. Let's watch the signal. That's the winning run. Is it a 6 or a 4? Just waiting on the signal. Yes, it's 4. Up and over long off. Matthews, 104 not out. West Indies won by 9 wickets. Quiana Joseph made 70 as she and Matthews put on 165 for the first wicket. Victory for the West Indies. Jamaica's children start participating in track and field from kindergarten sport day. Yes, Orlando Paul, but that's a different point, and I made that point so many times here, but that's a separate point from the point that I'm making. But what you said there now, what even it enhanced the point that I'm making, because even at the kindergarten level, there's a lot of volunteerism and there's a lot of generosity from people to let it happen in the kindergarten. And that's the point I am making. But we all know that if you look at my suggestions how to improve West Indies cricket, you would see that I made that point, and I've made it more than once that's what happened. So we know that. But the point you are making there, that we start at that level, just added to the point that I'm making, that there's a lot of, not Orlando Paul, it's Telford Garden, that especially at that level, you see the generosity of the Jamaican public, and you see the volunteerism even more at that level. And that's the point I'm making, that at the root of it is volunteerism. However, if you don't feel that, you know, that my thing where I'm saying that we need to distribute these, our objective is to distribute 100 kits to children throughout the Caribbean to try and kickstart their cricketing career. I am not saying that this is something that I am forcing on you. This is something that if you want to do, you do it willingly. You know, so it's not something I'm forcing on you. It's something that if you want to be generous and do it, you do it. I'm not forcing it on you. So don't think I'm forcing something on you, right? I am not. It's just, it depends on your generosity. So it's not mandatory. It's not compulsory. It's your generosity. You know, so if you are generous enough, let's do this. Let's be generous and let's volunteer and see if we can start, as Telford Garner said, at the basic school, at the primary school level, just like how we have those track and field sports day. Let's see. And by reaching out to these kids, if you think a child, and you may never know, you know, and that's why I encourage people to do what I do. And again, it's generosity. Again, it's volunteerism. Again, it's not everybody can do it. But twice per week, sometimes even 3, depending on how I feel, I will go into a primary school and I will introduce cricket to them. At no cost to the school, I bring my own gears and introduce cricket to these primary school children. And so that is something that we can do. Again, it's volunteerism, because as I said, it doesn't matter the sponsorship from the big companies. Without our generosity and our volunteerism, the cricket will not reach the level where we want it to be. And when you hear all these great stories, especially coming out of India and Australia, one of the underlining things from these players, they tell you about the person who helped them. They tell you they never have food to eat and so on, and you know, they tell you. So it has to be volunteerism. It has to be generosity. And I'm not here saying or what you call it, I'm not mandating anything to anyone. I'm just asking for your generosity. And that's one of the reasons why I said that you may see somebody in your country that, because you're interested in cricket, you can buy the child a kit, you know, and you can, yeah. So that's all I'm saying. So I appreciate you being here. Thank you. I enjoy the watch along as usual. I enjoy your company. Thank you all for tuning in. It was a pleasure. And the ladies really cheered me up because 3 defeats today. The West Indies under 19 girls, the West Indies senior men test squad, and Manchester United all losing today. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Enjoy this victory and see you tomorrow morning at 7:35 when we look back at the test match that was played earlier today. One love, everyone. Love you all. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones and be good now.